Hello guys, how are you doing? Hey, this video is going to be contained with different things about the conditionals, yes? Remember, this is a support. This is something like a little support as a tutorial to know how to construct, how can we use in a better way a conditional. Good? For example, welcome to this. Remember to speak English in order to improve this. For example, it's important to know that for different structures of parts of a conditional way, we have the if that is like a yes, but it is not the affirmation. It's something like a condition, so it's without tilde. Yes, so for that reason, it is for conditional. If the clause is the sentence, remember the clause is a sentence or a statement plus the main clause. That is a conditional way or the reaction or the consequence depending on this. Remember the condition and results. Yes? But remember, it is important to know that the order is not mandatory. For example, you can use it here, first the condition, then the result, or you can start with the result and then the condition. How is it? We are going to start with conditional 0. Yeah, so remember that it is going to be contained, but with the conditional if, present simple in the in the condition, and present simple in the reaction or in the consequence. Yes. For example, the usage of the 0 conditional or the conditional 0, we have to talk about things that are always true, like a scientific fact. Yes. One example is going to be if you freeze water, it turns into ice. Or maybe, and if you heat water at 100 degrees, it boils. Remember, present simple, present simple, present simple, present simple. But it's important to know about the conditional way here. If we are going to know, and we are going to watch different examples of this. For example, if people eat too much, they get fat. Yes? Or if you touch a fire, you get burned. Yes? Or in the reaction, people die if they don't eat. Look at this. This is the condition, and this is the reaction. But here it is first. People die if they don't eat. Or you get water if you mix hydrogen and oxygen. Good. Or snakes bite if they are scared. Good. Or if babies are hungry, they cry. Tell me, which one of them is going to be the reaction and which one of them is going to be the condition? Good. That is a purpose to think about it. For example, in the first conditional, we have the conditional if. Remember, that is for the conditionals all the time. But in the main clause, we have the simple present. And we have in the reaction, just in the main clause here, in that clause, here is the condition and here the reaction, the simple future. Here we have subject plus will or won't, and verb to be. Get? Good. Remember there is a base form. Why? Because it is going to be a modal verb. Good. The usage of the first conditional is to talk about possibilities if they present or in the future. Good. Examples: if it rains, I will stay at home. Good. Or if I wake up late, I will miss the bus. Look at this. Present simple, future. Present simple, future. Good. Other examples are: if it rains, I won't go to the park. Look at this. Good. Tell me here, which one is the main clause or which one is the condition? If I study today, I'll go to the party tonight. Tell me. Good. Type on a little notebook and tell me in the class. If I have enough money, I'll buy new shoes. Good. Here, tell me which one it is. She'll be late if the train is delayed. Good. Look at this. The future and the conditional here. Good. Future. She'll miss the bus if she doesn't leave soon. Good. This is a condition. If. And it is a reaction. If I see her, I'll tell her. Good. Tell me which one of these. For example, in the second conditional we have the conditional if, obviously, all the time when we use if is the condition. But in the condition we have past simple, and in the reaction we have the present condition. How is it? Would or wouldn't, in negative way. And the verb plus the base form. Yep. For example, the usage is to use or we use second conditional for imaginary situations in the present or in the future. How is it? Examples. If I won $1 million, I would buy a new car. There is a possibility. It is not true or yes or no. But we have this conditional. If I won $1 million, I would buy a new car. Or if I were you, remember, just with conditional we use were with I. Just conditional, no more. If I were you, I would quit smoking. Good. Other examples are, for example, first, we can use it to talk about things in the future that are probably not going to be true. Something imaginary situation. Maybe I'm imagining something, for example. This is the condition. If I won the lottery, reaction, I would buy a big house. Remember, this is going to be a modal verb. And click on the video of modal verbs and watch this. Good. The condition, if I met the Queen of England, reaction, I would say hello. Good. But here we have the reaction first and then we have the condition. She will travel all over the world, condition, if she were rich. Or reaction, she would pass the exam, condition, if she ever studied. Obviously, she never studies, so this won't happen. Good. Second, we can use it to talk about something in the present which is possible, which is impossible, because it is not true. Is that clear? Have a look at these examples. For example, conditional or condition. If I had his number, reaction, I would call him. I don't have his number now, so it's impossible for me to call him in this moment. Or for example, condition, if I were you, reaction, I wouldn't go out with the man. Good. Perfect. Remember the reaction, remember the concept, remember all the structures here. Like in order to go easily, the way to construct different things. Lastly, we have the third conditional. Yep. We have the structure is going to be something easy, like if, obviously, that is the conditional way. But the condition is going to be with past perfect. And yes, the reaction is going to be imperfect conditional. And what is it? Would or wouldn't in negative, plus have, plus the past participle. How is it? That's the in present participle is going to be. For example, have plus the verb in past participle. The usage of the third conditional is going to be for imaginary situations in the past. Yes? So you are going to talk about something that you imagine it in the past. Oh, could be or couldn't. You can do it. For example, if I had got a gold medal, I would have been happy. Good, that is an imaginary situation. Or here, if I had met Susan last week, I would have given. Good, and different things. How can you finish this sentence? I would have given what? A gift, a dinner, a lunch, a present? I don't know. We are going to watch different sentences. For example, if it had rained, just in the past, imaginary in the past, if it had rained, you would have gotten wet. Good. Or maybe in the order. First, the reaction, you would have gotten wet if it had rained. Good. Or here, you would have passed your exam, condition, if you had worked harder. Get? Condition here, if you had worked harder, reaction, you would have passed your exam. Reaction, I would have believed you. Condition, if you had lied to me before. Good. And condition, if you had lied to me before. Reaction, I would have believed you. Good, guys. Take a look at this. Remember to use it for third conditional. For example, we have this structure. Remember that the order is not changing the main resource, but the idea is to construct this and to use it and practice. Yes. For example, here, remember about the zero conditional, the first conditional, good, the second conditional, and the third conditional. Remember, the usage of each one of the conditions, they are going to be depending on the idea that you want to use or you want to say to another person or to another people. Yes, guys? Good. Perfect. Thank you. See you and goodbye.